Yeah.
Courtney, why can't you just sit there and behave?
Courtney's got a Dennis the Menace style jumper on tonight, very stripy.
Courtney Love is essentially the reason that Robin Page despises Americans. She's come over here, she's being loud, scary.
Dennis the Menace.
She's dressed as Dennis the Menace.
Shooting squirrels.
She's buying our property from Country Life magazine, our property which could have English people living in it. English people descended from
Not
Prince
pretend
Charles.
English people.
Not turning over here.
But
Anglophile, it's only two syllables different from
has
paedophile.
offered up her beautiful blue eyes along with your dreadlock for a competition.
Right,
not a competition.
Not a competition, this is BBC. Competitions are banned.
Competitions of fun or skipping or
There'll
any
be none
gaiety.
of that. But if you do want to be given, not in a competitive way, my dreadlock and young Francis's piercing blue eyes, Courtney's daughter Francis sat there, she got a lovely little set of
Very
peepers,
piercing.
hasn't you,
There's
dear?
two people in this room with such piercing blue eyes.
Nick Linnan, he's got some piercing blue eyes, he is my
eyes
agent.
are so embarrassed they've gone down the hallway and sobbed.
Horrible, his eyes, just hollow sockets I'm staring into now.
They're in the bathroom now, looking in the mirror, going, "What sort of colour are you?
Call that
a
colour.
murky grey."
Oh, it's horrible, listless colour. Your eye sockets have got spider webs over
My
them.
pupils hate themselves.
I don't blame them. Horrible, barren, inky things they are. OK, we've got some important information. It is from a woman who claims to be from a place called Denbighshire. I've never heard of this place.
No.
Jo, she calls herself. Hello. I would like to ask, what are your favourite childhood memories? That's good. Like, you can have a league for childhood memories now. It's quite competitive.
We'll probably come second after Walliams.
Yeah, Walliams' childhood memories. They're fantastic.
Heavenly. Russells and Knowles are
Your
awful.
memories, look at them, they're disgusting, sour, bitter little memories. I would like to...
I got that one.
No, you go on, you first.
What, have you got a childhood memory?
I have just the one.
I'm going to judge this childhood memory.
Dark room, screaming for mummy. No, I do have one about a weeping willow. I saw a weeping willow when I think it's the first memory I had.
Go on, what
And I
happened?
saw a weeping willow in the sort of shape of a ghost. It was
Right.
at night, I was camping,
Yeah.
and I thought it was a real ghost. And
Let me tell you what Walliams saw. He saw a weeping willow, the leaves of it parted, and out burst a lovable transvestite saying, "I'm a lady." So his childhood memory is much, much better than yours. But let's hear
Second
the ending.
again to Walliams.
Third, Matt Lucas has got a memory where a sycamore tree coughed up a little bit of blood.
Well, when I reveal Walliams not even to be a human, but a grey squirrel, I'll get the last laugh.
There we are then. He's been reduced to that. Here comes this lady, Jo, has come up with her own childhood
This
memory.
lady Jo.
Yeah, this lady. That's who she is. You got Noel. When you're doing a radio show, you introduce the characters. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I just go Jo, people go,
Painting pictures.
"Who
for
the
people.
hell is Jo?" They'll say in a deep, harsh baritone. That is why I've painted, yes, quite rightly, a linguistic
What's
picture.
she wearing, this lady Jo?
Jo is dressed now she's wearing chainmail. She's got a big fake phallus made out of pine sticking right out of the
with
corner.
monkey skulls hanging from it.
There's all monkey skulls dangling through. They're chattering little
Got a
jaws.
see-through top hat with goldfish in it.
All in there. They're not even any liquid in it. They're
know.
swimming around in gas.
They've had,
That's Jo.
they've had helium tablets.
That's what they're living on,
It won't
these
last.
guys.
It'll be like Christmas balloons. They'll sag later.
They'll sag.
But
They're
for
gonna
now, they
sag.
look radiant.
This is the bit you've got to enjoy. Now, here comes her memory. My mum and dad and I were driving home from a trip in Scotland when our car down. Not broke down, simply down. OK? We don't know where she's going, this Jo character, but by God, we'll learn.
We're now car down.
Her car down. Now, perhaps this is a new linguistic style.
Maybe she learnt English from Tarzan.
Oh, car down.
Car down.
Jane, you make me feel a feeling. It's deep inside of me.
Iron bird, fly, car down.
This is it. This is the way to learn English. Bloody Tarzan. He came over
Swinging
here,
in here with
taking
their
our
childhood
job.
memories
Oh,
and
the
our
one-
awful language.
He barely understands conjunction, does he, Tarzan? He's missing out vital grammatical information. Jane's having
Have you
sex
seen his
with him.
handwriting? Beautiful, like calligraphy.
It's glorious. Look
Quite
at it.
surprising.
Brass plate is the style that Tarzan uses.
He uses a quill, pulls it out of his tiny little brown trunks.
And there we go. He'll
Yeah.
write something glorious,
Gift
it
for
looks like.
handwriting.
But we're learning more about Tarzan's handwriting in a moment, but the grammar still, even when written, is terrible.
I know.
It's atrocious, really.
Can
Like,
barely string a sentence together.
barely string a sentence together. You read it there, it's mostly just racist
Very
slogans.
strong, though, almost freakishly strong.
Incredibly powerful. If ever you feel the embrace of
Top half
Tarzan.
powerful, bottom half quite weedy.
Thin, weedy, like there's thin,
Good
like the
swimmer.
vines.
Good swimmer.
Of course, he's all upper body strength. He gets out of the
Useless.
pool, and
Yeah.
you see little chopsticks. Now listen, this is an important childhood memory. memory from Jo, a woman, that she's wearing that top hat.
Is this the car down travesty?
This is the car down travesty. We're about to learn a little bit more about it.
Car down.
Across the road from where we parked was a library, and my dad took me with him to the library to call out road recovery. Now, there may have been words there that she elected not to use, so that information,
She's being
please...
economical.
She's been economical with language.
The truth and language.
That woman uses language like a chancellor. She's a genius. The librarian, an elderly lady, told me that the building was closing down the next week and that all the books were being packed away. She said I could pick any book I'd like to take home with me, and what did I choose? A paperback novelisation of a film, Bugsy Malone. A novelisation of a film, interesting choice. Because they've novelised it. It weren't novel.
They've cut it down.
They've cut it down.
The way that she's cut down her memory.
She's cut her memory down, she's abandoned verbs, she's abandoned all sorts of necessary pronouns. I read it in the recovery van, I read it in the recovery van. What is a recovery van?
It's like the memory van.
Hello. The recovery van, I wouldn't like to dwell too long in there.
I read it in a recovery van before I realised Tarzan was driving. He's got no licence.
He's not done any forms. He won't take a written test on the highway
with
code.
the wheel, because he's got strong arms, but his little weedy legs couldn't reach the pedals.
The weight of his legs. He just skates on top of the pedals, pretty much, is what he does. Don't ever let Tarzan drive you.
The pedals.
His 10 tiny toes, great big long, never cut nails.
What, a pedal caresser? That's what the apes call him.
Pedal caresser.
Tarzan, what, the pedal caresser?
King of the jungle.
Building up his own upper body strength again, as usual.
But look at his legs, just lay there, draped across the floor like fox furs round the neck of an unlovely aristocrat.
Like linguini with feet on the end.
Horrible business. Like little shoes with great big buckles on it, and the buckles are too heavy. The linguini will snap. There's a message for us all there. As a bookworm, says Jo, the woman, we've described her already. As a bookworm, this is she
new image.
By night, she's like Batman. You know Batman in the daytime?
By day, she has a phallus and a see-through top hat. By night,
she does.
She
Bookworm.
bores through books.
She bores straight through that book, absorbing the information that's laid within. As a bookworm, it was a dream come true to be able to take a book off a library shelf and then go home with it. Although now I think about it, that lady may have encouraged me to commit an act of theft. Also, I think we had sex. Jo, why? The whole story's been soured. It does make very clear that Jo was 16 at the time of that story, and also...
16? That's not a childhood memory.
Of course it's not. That's just something that happened recently, if you are 16.
A couple of weeks ago.
Francis, how old are you? That's not even, it can't be a memory, it's not even happened yet for her.
Exactly.
Call that a memory, it's a future memory.
Well, I'll tell you what, next time she is, that'll be a mnemonic for that last...
It will be a powerful mnemonic.
For a bookworm adventure.
A bookworm adventure that I think is founded mostly on fabrication. Right, why don't we listen to David Bowie singing Fame? We'll compose ourselves. 10 minutes left of the show. Have we got time to listen to Bowie doing Fame?
Will you be okay with this English comedy?
Courtney, I tell you what, just start guffawing information across the airwaves.
Take care of my kid.
Right, from now on, we are going to raise you, Francis, according to our mentality. Come up here on microphone.
The way that Tarzan was raised by apes.
Don't say raped! Don't say raped when we're left alone with a 15-year-old girl, Noel. Sigmund Freud, we've dug him up. What Noel Fielding said then was inconsequential and does not obey any of my rules of psychiatry. It was not a Freudian slip. It was simply Noel Fielding's eating hubba bubba aggressively. Francis, come over here, love.
Raised by goths.
She's been raised by goths. Look at her. She's a glorious little gothic creature. She doesn't want to come on mic. Don't victimise her.
He can be daddy, I'll be mummy.
I don't like the sounds of it.
Robert Smith in. She can be auntie.
Yeah, because we are goth detectives. You may not know of our identity as goth detectives. We were on a quiz show very recently. We're going to do it. We're doing that quiz show again, aren't we, Noel?
Defending our title.
Yep, we won that big fat quiz of the year.
Didn't we?
Using skill and intelligence. And we're prepared to do the very same thing to retain our
And who
title.
did we beat, Russell?
We beat Jonathan Ross.
No, who did we beat more importantly?
Williams, king of the lesbians!
Right.
We thwarted him!
We took him down!
We took him down to Chinatown!
All the lesbian backup he wants!
We showed him what time it is! There was lesbians everywhere, it meant
They
nothing!
were all weeping. Me and Russell had to go out on a canoe of tears.
Lesbian tears! We flew out of there! We glided across lesbian misery!
Carrying our trophy.
Gloriously, we held it aloft like a
had
couple of Pelés kissing.
With our new child Francis sitting in the trophy.
That's the best image that I've had all day. And you know what? The image I woke up to was an exploding fiery moon. Let's listen to Fame by David Bowie, then we'll wrap up this thing we call radio that we make for you. If you weren't listening to this, we wouldn't make it. BBC Radio 2. Fame! Press the button, you perverts!
Monkey hands, quick!
What's wrong with you?
He's
Look, he's the
asleep
producer.
again.
Normally, my mate Matt does this, who's never had a moment's training. Nick, who professes to be a